I've been feeling like a man out of time. I've been staring into space to get in tune. I've been waiting for the sand to fall behind. I've been looking for a face inside the moon. I've been looking for a faith to lead the faithless. Caught slipping trying to catch the speed of light. Every time I try to make a way out of my lateness, pulled over, got somebody reading me rights. Cause we've been chasing after hours, counting minutes second hand, spending all of our tomorrows trying to come up with a plan. We don't call up information cause they don't know what we saying. No one knows, no one knows. We all woke up in a upside down, turning inside out like we've all been led astray. We've been standing on the outside in, trying to find our friends like we're all just castaways. Feel like we've been missing out. Falling overboard, catch me off the side. Or maybe you just missed it. When you close your eyes, life goes in an instant. One hell of a ride. If you don't go for fiction, I'll get caught up in the lies while you was chasing after hours, counting minutes second hand, spending all of our tomorrows trying to come up with a plan. We don't call up information cause they don't know what we saying. No one knows, no one knows. We all woke up in a upside down, turning inside out like we've all been led astray. We've been standing on the outside in, trying to find our friends like we're all just castaways. Feel like we've been missing out. False starts like roll it in the dark like stutter steps last breath. Staring in the void, feeling paranoid, thinking if you fall, you won't make a noise. Off an opioid, man, you got a droid, at least you got a phone. Fucking humanoid, why you xenophobe? Why you so annoyed? Why you tripping out? Who made you devout? Why we go this route? Can you do without? If you look within, here we go again. Hands inside the vehicle, you mad cause it's autonomous. You thinking you anonymous, but we upside down, turning inside out like we've all been led astray. We've been standing on the outside in, trying to find our friends like we're all just castaways. Feel like we've been missing out. Feel like we've been missing out. Feel like we've been missing out. Feel like we've been missing out.
Vai na fé, vai atrás do que você quer. Quem tá na missão sabe bem o que é. Gasta a sola do pé, nunca será em vão. Se correr pelo certo, não mudar.
W-Click take home a shoreline 20 point. I was going to say 20 kill game, that would be insane. But 20 point game, which I think they'll be rather comfortable with. And I would like to hear, I mean, obviously we don't get a chance to talk to the players right now, but I think after today's games, I'm going to reach out to some of the players and go, even though for, well, we kind of counted it out, around 20 players, that circle was horrible, was it unfair?
Yeah, I don't
like,
think
did it take the competitive integrity away? I don't feel like it did, because what Wooly did, staying on the shoreline, he knew he wasn't going to win it, But that would have been the exact same thing had he been on the wrong side of the field. Try to see if you can get to that other hay bale that's just a little further forward before you make the death push in the end.
Yeah, and when we had that sort of southern shift, there were two teams that capitalized on it. Singularity, they went towards the yellow houses. And then W-Click, they left their relative safe position. They dive bombed the middle of the map, took over the sort of the dips on the ridge.
Yeah.
Both teams, top 2.
Yeah, exactly. They came out strong in that game, and when we take a look at the leaderboards, I'm pretty sure that's gonna, if not push him. Well, I mean, I think W-Click was already sitting in 7th and 3rd place, so it's gonna put them up quite decent spots for both those teams. And I think it also shows that even though those aren't circles we're used to, it's what do you say? It's something that the players are ready for.
Yeah.
In any case.
Yeah. I mean, I think there were some players that sort of forgot that it didn't
or just didn't expect it,
yeah.
at least.
Didn't expect it to go that close.
Yeah.
But we saw that exact circle in EU.
Yeah.
So if people have been watching. Yeah.
Pretty much the a
Been
little
watching,
further to the side, but essentially it
where it
was
could go, yeah.
quite literally the exact same. But we are headed into the game. Who needs leaderboards anyway? We are headed into the game. There you go.
There we go. It's back.
20-point game for W-Click. AWD, they found themselves in 2nd overall, despite the fact that Stab lost his teammate real early on, and they finished up in, I believe, 10th place. They still go tied for 2nd overall with all the kills he was able to put together.
Yeah, that was testament to how much work he did on that road.
Yeah.
We saw him, I think he picked off like 4 or 5 players just in that one, like, I think it was about a minute. Like, he just went off. Absolutely exploded into
He was
like
one of
three-way
few players that almost made it out of that area.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, he was the only player that made it off that road.
Well, yeah, you'd say so, and he was the only solo on that entire road as well. He was just fighting his way through the entire thing. When it came to breaching the forest, became a bit too much. Brutus found him, and as we said, W-Click with a good game there, find themselves in 1st place. Half the points they got came over that one game in all 4 games so far, pretty much. Really, really, really good performance. You got Stab's team up there as well, AWD, you got the Rats. They have themselves 2 wins so far. And then you have Hakishin, Taylor J, and Pat Caps sitting right below. So a good split of some LATAM and some NA teams.
Yeah, it's interesting how the 2 top teams, all their points sort of come from like 2 games.
Yeah.
And then all the teams below them have been consistent, have been getting like 5-6 points, but they haven't had that blowout game yet.
The fact?
I'm curious whether they will stay at the top or whether that sort of inconsistency will bring them down.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the Rats aren't in 1st, given the fact that they have 2 wins in 4 games.
Exactly.
That's pretty insane. I didn't expect to see that, but that's the case nonetheless. As you can see, we have taken to the battlefield once more. We got 2 more games. I mean, this one and one more game coming up for you guys today, and then tomorrow it will be the exact same thing all over again. But tomorrow we will start a little earlier, so do make sure.
When you say tomorrow, it's in 7 hours.
Well, I mean,
in 7 hours' time.
You know me, my sleep schedule and everything is absurdly upside down right now. So whenever it looks like there's a sun, which there really isn't in Sweden these days, whenever it looks like it's light outside, that's when we'll start again. Yeah. And in terms of the NA broadcast, that's what I was trying to say, that will start earlier than what it did today.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, do make sure to follow on Twitter and Twitch and all that to get the info as to when these tournaments are starting, as we will be starting tomorrow's NA broadcast a little earlier than what we did today.
Yeah, I'm liking the plane for this one. I'm
liking the circle for this one.
The players aren't. I mean, we have, what is it, 2 duos on the Millie Island already. I wonder if Pat Caps and
Lamberlot is sending it right now. I can tell. I think they were just gonna go loot around Ferry Pier, but there's absolutely no reason for Lamberlot and Zoid to not just cross over immediately.
But the problem is they might run straight into Reload.
What is it? I always forget who's Lilo and who's Stitch. Stitch is the animal, right? Don't sit and look.
Yeah, but Lilo's the girl.
Lilo's the girl.
Is he actually?
Oh yeah, having a girl named Stitch, that would be kind of strange.
I thought Stitch wasn't his actual name.
What do you mean?
Like Stitch is maybe a nickname or something.
Wait, no. The animal's name is Stitch.
No, that's the name she gives him, but it's not his actual name.
Oh, he's his own. He's a number. He's like 900 and something. I don't know, but he is Stitch, and I just couldn't recall what was what, but I guess it does make sense that Lilo wouldn't be a...
Yeah. Well, Lilo's...
Hello, my daughter's name is Stitch Clausen. That's no.
Yeah, but like name your kid Lilo. Like a Lilo is a thing you lie on in a pool.
I think it means something else in Hawaiian, right?
Yeah, but
Or
that's
Maui
where
or
it
whatever you
came
call it.
from. The Lilo, the beach inflatable. It was like, I'm pretty sure it was like Hawaiian.
I'm sure
invented.
that's been a name before.
Yeah, I know, but,
Inflatable
like, it's-
pool toys was a thing.
If there was a name that I could choose, I would not choose that.
No.
Let's put it that way.
It does sound nice.
Yeah, until you remember what a Lilo is, and then it's like, what am I just? Do people?
Well, then there's a lot of names you probably wouldn't give to people if you have to compare it to things that has been invented since then.
You're not wrong.
No one would be named McDonald's anymore.
Well,
I'm sure that's the last name for a lot of people.
I mean, I'd take that as a last name.
I know.
Why not? Also, if you're called Greg in the UK, you can get a discount in Greg's. So
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding you. They legitimately do it. So, and Greg,
If your first name is Greg,
yeah, magical. Other stores aren't available. But
if your first name is Greg, you get a discount.
I think it's like it doesn't. They don't always do it.
Can we get the Valkyrie theme on while we have this chase going on? Wait, are they stopping?
Well, the bridge camp. Well, I expect they're just.
Why
gonna go
weren't
through
they?
the car, but
I think they were afraid that they would at some point
Yeah.
notice them and then just stop and wait for them and go, well, come to us, guys.
if Harold just presses the handbrake.
Oh, they
turns
just took
around,
2 vehicles. They just wanted one more car.
I think it was like a mix of they didn't want to get bridge camped, so they thought
They didn't want to get what?
bridge camped.
Oh, okay. I heard something completely different there.
You're getting.
I'm getting tired and
Yeah.
my ears are starting to. Yep.
But yeah, it
a
was-
little more arse in that word than I heard. Like the letter R.
I have no idea what you're on about. if I'm
That's
honest.
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I was trying to think it through in my head. It's not working.
It's all good. We don't function any longer.
No.
We have passed 4 a.m. in just a short moment, and
I'm on autopilot at this point.
yeah, exactly. It's just words come out of our mouth, and that's that. Tickleton and Keenan gonna try to look to cross early as well, and actually surprisingly many are committed to the vehicular rotations. I mean, well, I guess technically a boat is a vehicle too, right? But Cherry and his team at Pentatol, and Balefrost, okay, on the far western side, they are the only 2 teams currently in boats.
Yeah, there's always this problem when you do a boat rotation is you come in and then you suddenly have no car. And then like the circle goes east. And
Yeah.
if you're where Wizards is and the circle goes east, you're screwed. Like, what do you do?
Exactly.
Unless you can luckily find like a hard spawn to your southeast, it's not taken or it's actually there, then yeah, you're dead. Or
have
you're like having a poor game.
We have 3 teams. Wait, make that 4. No, it's 3 teams in or around Primorsk. Everyone's looking for boats, and I think Noble are trying to bait the boats for Year Gaming, and I think Year Gaming is well aware they're there, so they just don't really want to run over there. Now Andy able to spot out 2 of the Sonics white players. That's Tony V and Wooly. Wooly had a good performance on the shoreline last game, but here is not really. I mean, they're kind of in for a run here.
Yeah, I don't think they have any vehicles whatsoever. So if Psycho and Andy can sort of get ahead of them, get up the hill, then they can pin them. They can
Run to the hill.
You'd expect they're going to try and drive above and then just stop and just grab the kills.
Wait, did Cream came down here, saw players, turned around, and he just what?
Victor.
What?
Oh, he said it was late for us. It must be late for the players as well.
I was
have no idea
like,
what's going on?
he saw players, turned around, was like, nope. And then he was like, oh, wait, I didn't even need to go away. I just need to gain some more speed so I can go back with even more. And this ram a person.
Just had to gain momentum for the round.
Yeah, that's what it was. He went full Dr. Disrespect on it. You gotta have speed and momentum in order to in order to make that play. That was very interesting. Not gonna lie.
It's certainly an unusual way to get a point, but it works.
It worked. Yeah, it was a very, very impressive breach.
Point's a point.
Indeed, it is. So now one more. I mean,
No.
and now, did he try to drive away again?
No,
knowing
I
that
think
Fudge was
he
there?
walked straight into Fudge.
No, he was in a car. He was in a car for sure. I saw him in a car trying to get away.
I mean, I've no clue. At
I
this
think
point.
Captain is kind of doing his own thing this game, and unfortunately, he didn't
He's
give
having
him more
fun.
than 1 kill. Yeah, I mean that's essentially I almost say the most important because there's quite a bit of money on the line. So as long as you have fun while you also try to win, then
Or why are you losing?
well, yeah, I mean both are optional. But I don't think any. I mean that's the thing. Even if you've had 4 bad games coming into this game now, even if you're at 0 points at this point, try hard because as we talked about before, 1 good game could throw you straight into the top 16.
Yeah, and it'd be, even finishing top, like if you finish 12th, finish 13th, you're still getting a decent chunk of money. You're still getting a few hundred
Exactly.
each. So
There's money all the way down to 16th place.
yeah, so even if you're in like 24th, 25th now, or even lower than that. One good game here, and you're right back in with a shout of not just making it to the top 16, but you could be challenging for the top 8 if you get like 2 good games in a row.
Also, I mean, for the people that value it in economy a little more, you've spent 3 days already trying to get to where you're on now. You might as well get something for your work.
Yeah, I think it's something we didn't necessarily see in NA Open. There were a few teams that sort of gave up. But in this, all of these players have, like, the amount of competitive experience they have, it also sort of conveys a...
I mean,
I don't want to say a moral stance, but a stance where, you know, I don't give up.
Yeah, I mean, in NA, they've worked even harder because they had to play through qualifiers as well. So that's, I mean, that's even more of a task to try and get to where they are. Weezy's going to drive straight past the crate. I'm not sure if we saw it or not, but him and Crispia want to make the move down towards the military island. There is a small chance that that Wooly will be clapping his hand in a short moment, getting the circle to go up north.
It does definitely look like that's exactly what they're committing to. Because, like,
I just think they've given up on trying to cross. at least now.
It's one of those ones where we saw cadets do it earlier, where like they took a western power position on the circle, and if the circle goes west, suddenly you win the game. If it doesn't go west, you just try and salvage something.
We have 8 teams on the western side of either, like in western side of the Western Bridge, and that is a very committed military circle.
Yeah, Wooly's not liking that.
Nope, that is not what they were hoping for. The prayers to the circle gods, they didn't sacrifice enough. That one nade they threw out of the window in order to try and pray for circles was not enough. Tardix. Oh my lord, that's some good shooting right there.
So many shots right there.
Yeah.
Grabs a kill onto Necro. And Primorsk is getting very busy.
It is. Agila does find Crispia. Stop to try and scout forward. And now Weezy coming down into this area as well. Is forced away by Winter and Agila.
Somehow the Eastern Bridge is just completely clear. But we have like these duos. We have... Was it Wildcard? We have Sonics, we have Lazarus. They're all sort of...
So look at Ferripier.
Yeah, overthinking it, but like... And they have a completely clear path.
Their boat is
much
already on
the
fire.
circle. Yeah.
And they're not even halfway across. Like, not even... Oh, yeah, okay. I guess they are halfway across, but
this is where the 2x is going to save them. Because like, if Wizards had like a 6x and he just sees their head, pop.
Yeah.
They're gone. But with that 2x, it becomes really difficult. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them move further west along the ridge. Now they know that they jumped out the boat.
There is a fight going on in Ferripier as well. Arsney finding Waldo. Actually, should be stolen away from Beal. Rotations on the southern side too might be running straight into players here, but Sharky is pushing around. They know there's one more down there. Sharky got the flush on towards Cass, and there's so many fights escalating in and around this this Ferripier area.
Rush to 0 forgot to go up again in the water and just drowned.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's rough.
Maybe he just wanted to deny the points, knowing that he wasn't going to get out
Possible,
of there alive.
It's better than nothing. Bruce goes down as well, so they're both out.
Yep.
And meanwhile, I think we just saw Rello get a very
double
quick
kill.
double.
Solid double.
AWD, not necessarily surprising me, but I wasn't expecting them to be right at the top. And yes, we're only a third of the way in, but I mean, they're having a really good showing so far.
Yeah, they've been playing well. I mean, Stab's last game performance really, I mean, it was a big help for pushing them up. It was 9 points, of I believe their total being a little around 30. So they've been able to pull up some great numbers so far. Rumstorm, you can see Sharky decides to tank the blue for at least a little while. Weezy is pushed straight into the chaos here on foot as well, so he should be ready for whatever comes his way. He does spot one. Sharky, and Arsney is going to get himself eliminated. 4 kills, so make it 3 kills for the team. I mean, looking at where they are right now, just 2 bandages available. Odds I won't make it into placements, but at least he secured some points.
I mean, yes, it's one of those situations where you're in such a rough spot with all those people around you. Just try and grab a couple kills, try and grab a few points, and then move on. If you die now, you got 3 points. You're going to be on the left side of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least you get into the top half, right? More than the timing for Cherry there. It's so valiant. Just did not want to throw the nade. No, you know what? Just throw it.
Send it. Oh, it doesn't quite.
That was close.
That
was
like,
surprisingly close.
It was like a centimetre away from actually getting inside. It was so close, but not quite.
Why not shoot at the buggy machine gunner?
I don't think. That's a coach. Assume you should see it.
That's a coach mistake.
Yeah, just shoot at the first thing you see.
Yeah, I guess so. Also, there's a chance that even if you start shooting at the buggy, then the US would stop and shoot. I was actually surprised to see that the buggy driver didn't go to the passenger seat and try and take him out because he was not focused on him whatsoever. You can see Wooly and Tony and H&K and Beal, they're swapping spots right now up in the northern side. Like, you go that way, okay, we'll go the other way.
I mean, obviously they can't know Willie and Tony, but
See you on the island.
How easy it would have been to just go to the Eastern Bridge, and now they're driving to the bridge where actually everyone is.
Now the main issue for Agent K is that these guys have already taken quite a bit of damage, and bloop, and they'll be. Yeah, they will make it inside the circle. It's also only phase 3, but they won't be able to heal in the water. That's what I'm trying to get to here. So shoot that blue, and you can get just 30 seconds. They won't get across in 30 seconds, but the HP they have now is going to be all the HP they'll have before they get to the shoreline. So hopefully that'll be enough for them to make it in. Wooly crossing over. They're running straight into fire. Keenan and Tickleton are ready and waiting. Just over the shoreline. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here comes the shots. Keenan and Tickleton. No knocks coming in so far. They need to be ready for it. Keenan. Wait, what's going on here?
Keenan
naded Wooly.
Oh my!
When did he throw a nade?
I've absolutely no idea, but it worked. And then
what?
And then the car that he naded the car just runs Tickleton over. Oh,
that's
one of the weirder bitch camps I've seen.
Yeah.
But it works, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, whatever works. Silton out and eliminated. The team managed to get themselves a second place last game, and this time around, unfortunately, not. The first place, last game. This time around, unfortunately, not quite. So Winnie and Weezy both have that. That should be a duo. Winnie and Weezy sounds so nice together. Should probably consider making their way over towards the military island. I just don't see how it happens.
I don't think Weezy makes.
I think Weezy's giving up. Like, you know what? Nah, I'm done with this. SA service, 300 ping, have to make it to military.
I mean,
next game, next.
You hop in a car and you go across the bridge and you just die instantly. So, what does he do?
Now he isn't a guy. He's probably spent some time trying to boost up and heal up. And it is only circle 3, so only 1 damage per second. It's not the worst. And
well, fortunately for him, Keenan and Tickleton...
They're still there. They're like, you know what? We don't care about this. We heard the vehicle from Vinny, and he'll have to cross eventually. That's just toxic. Stay out in the blue for so long to try and get the kills, but of course, every single point matter. Vinny is doing everything he can to avoid the damage, but unfortunately, it won't be enough. And do they stay for more? Do they expect more people to come and say hello?
I think at this point, you need to get in the circle.
Yeah, you would think so. Once the phase 4 connects, it does so much damage to you.
They have the utility to stay in the blue, but it's more about just they'll lose out on positioning. Yeah, if they don't go now, I mean, it's already super late, and I expect they might actually pull straight into Wizards and MacArthur on the hill.
If the next circle shifts away as well, it's going to be real difficult. Now, we do have some spots that you can play around here.
I expect they just go into melee.
Yeah, the airfield has become much more playable as well with the updates in the western side of it and the eastern side in particular. The middle is still kind of open, but there's been added a lot of trees, and they've kind of destroyed the entire area. And you can see now the circle's shifting out towards the east. Weezy's, well, so far so good.
He's made it.
He's not in yet. And the circle's doing quite a bit more damage. I think this is going to be one first aid, full speed forward to get into that circle right now. Because
it's a straight line job.
Yeah, you need to just find the, beeline it. Just, what do you call it? Bird's direction. Just, take the shortest route to the circle. Priestess does go down, at least not so far. Yeah, the second place team from last game eliminated. Now, Beal able to run up towards Winter and Agila.
Yeah, there's so many teams now that are just going to go straight into military.
You would assume so, yeah.
I don't think some teams are going to make it, as it looks like Winter goes down and I'm screwing them up. But Agila now last one up. That's. I mean, I suppose he has to commit to this gunfight, try and get them down, and then use that to maybe try and snake on the northern side. But it's going to be a rough gunfight.
Let's see, they want to push on over. Do they see him? Yes, he does. Yeah, the footsteps comes closer towards him. That should be the kill guaranteed. And no, actually, Agila finds Beal. That's an error. Mistakes are made, and now Hank.
Does he win these?
He's only at 40 HP, and I think that's going to be enough for him to back off and leave his teammate behind. It is. They do have to push towards the circle, and I think that's what he realized. Even if I do get the flush, I probably won't have time to rescue anyway. So unfortunately, Hank has to give him his teammate. They did manage to get 1 kill off of it, though, but probably not what they would have wanted.
Wizards is coming in from the west with his teammate, so...
And Weezy made it in.
I mean, he's still got a ways to go. He's not in the...
oh, yeah, true, but...
He's out of the blue, but...
he's not taking damage right now.
Not into the white. Yeah, but there's a first for him.
Yeah, exactly. So despite maybe having given up for a short while on the inside ferry pier, he does manage to make it across. You can see areas like these have been changed. If you should know, I assume most of you guys know at this point. But RDP are sitting pretty well in the circle right now.
Oh, Gilo actually gets found by
yeah.
Was it Ishimzu? So it's another kill for them. And now they've sort of secured their way in. They do have to eventually run into Andy and Psycho. But it looks like Honk/Hank is going to go up there first. And they're going to sort of give away the position if that gunfire happens. But VZ's actually in. He's made it.
Yep.
He's gone into Millie, and the C block is empty. So he's got a little bit of a dangerous cross here. But once he makes it, he's actually in a strong spot in the zone.
It's a good nade right on the money. Ganjahan finds Cherry. He will be going down as the blue is engulfing on him. And I'm actually a little surprised to see that Ganjahan doesn't do more to get inside the circle. But I guess he wants to run over and get the flush in towards his opponent. Not that it matters. Probably would have gotten the kill anyway. But maybe find some mets, find some utility. See if you can upgrade a vest or helmet, anything to up your chances with this inevitable pushing towards the circle.
I mean, where does he go? Yes, he needs to get into the zone, but where does he go?
You got to crash the wall.
Yeah, but the problem is Benslaw's there, Pome's there.
He doesn't know. You just got to crash the wall. Wait, he took the car. No, he didn't take the car.
I think he ran some meds, and then, like, in his head, he was like, yeah, I'm going to walk it. And I just realised that that's not a good idea.
No, but he went in the car, started driving, then jumped out and started running, and then I don't know what's going on.
And
he is taking a lot of damage. It is only, I say only phase 4, but it still does 3 ticks of damage per second, so it is quite scary.
I mean, he's going to be low when he gets in now, so like he has to hope that Pome decides not to shoot.
Pome is hiding right now. Yeah, exactly. He needs to expect them not to shoot. And he is shooting over towards the Wizards team.
Ganzo is just driven backwards
as well
into the zone.
Towards the northern side, so we're actually shifting outside of the base itself. Ganjahan does get found, couldn't make it any further forward. Aliad actually is to find the kill, so Pomen didn't reveal his position. Aliad from the hills above on the eastern side able to do just that.
Well, VC's sort of still in.
Sort of still
made it.
in, and we can stay in if he goes to the far corner.
And I think he might make placement points at this point, because I'm looking at this. There's 3 teams on the south of the military base that, unless they have a vehicle and can somehow find like an avenue to get towards the silos in the middle of the map, I don't see a way they get in.
No, and you can see how many trees have been added towards the... I mean, just all over this area, to be fair. So many trees have been added, and I think that was a really nice change, because this area was practically unplayable. I mean, it is a runway, so obviously there's not supposed to be trees all over the place, but... well,
it's a disused runway, I believe, so... It's a disused base.
Also, one thing that I'm thinking is, obviously those trees wouldn't have been there when the runway was active, but a tree that size takes like a solid 60 to 100 years to grow, unless if it's been planted since then. So in terms of lore, this has got to be one damn outdated military base.
To be fair, it does look like it's from like a...
It does have big military... Like, it does have big... Yeah, but that's still not 60 years ago, or like 100 years ago.
Well, some of it's 60 years ago.
Cold War? 60 years, I guess.
1960s? Is 60 years ago?
Oh, damn it, we're so old.
Well, no, you are.
It's 2020.
I'm not old. Thank you very much. You can be old, but I'm not.
It is 2020. I still want it to be like...
It's 2019.
I just want it to be like...
You're confusing me here.
In the year 2000, you know?
We've got a few months left, thank you very much, of 2019.
A few months left?
A few weeks.
Okay, let's not talk dates anymore. We're clearly both messing that up massively. Let's instead watch Andy get himself a double rail and Stab eliminated. He did manage to get some kills and die, unfortunately for them, just outside of placement points. And Harold now, important knock for him to find... Oh, actually, Pomme is there to help a little as well. Take out both the guys from Dali RV. And that should... Well, I mean, at least for Harold's sake, allow him to play this one off a little better, because that means that less pressure from the southeastern side. Yeah,
but now, I mean, realistically, the only duo that's going to be pushing him anytime soon is Wildcard, and they can't do that whilst they have a duo to the west and while Fome's still alive. So Harold's in a pretty safe spot for now. And worst case scenario, he could just back off to his teammate in the post office.
What does Pomme do here? He is inside the circle.
I think he stays. Notes to the best.
Yeah, you would think so. Ooh, Harold starting to take a few bullets up in his direction. I think that's from down south. I think it was either one of the like Dream Rust or his teammate from the air control tower, or it was Adam or Kickstart. And of course, they need to make sure the position is safe too. Pomme did shoot before, so they know he's there. Oh my lord, the shift. It does go outside of the base and over towards Harold and Kalnix.
And I would kind of like to see them group up now. I mean, I like Harold's position. If he can grab the kill onto Pomme and then just use that to back off, then I love it. But there's sort of a risk that he overstays his welcome here. Because Machine Gunner might notice that he's on that hill and decide, you know what, there's a free point, and let me just go grab it. So at some point, I think Harold needs to recognise that he should just back off to the post office, join Kalnix, just chill. You're dead centre in the circle. You're looking at being able to hold out all those teams in the mini circle that will need to get across at some point.
What's that ankle?
I mean, he's found it.
There's no counterplay for Pomme. I mean, literally, nowhere for you to hide. If you can't sit there, then there's nowhere for you to sit. Harold spots him with a pixel through the fence, and he goes down. And now Kickstart and Adam, they need to do something. I do believe they have a vehicle where they are. You see Tickleton trying to make the wild dash over across the field, but he is going to go out guns place and does make placement points, but not that many kill points netted up. I think they got 4 kills this game.
And Wildcard make a push onto Harold on the southeast side. So Harold's just backing off. Yeah, it's perfect. As soon as that push came in, he recognised that he was going to be in a massive disadvantage. He's just going to go back and join Calnick. So I think it's the perfect play right there.
Having 2 players alive and the only compound in the game, might as well just want to utilize that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Psycho and Andy, they're racking up
1
points
HP.
though. Yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta stay put there. Gotta back off. Gotta use your teammate. That nade should be golden. Yes, it is. 1-1 was thrown up the hill though, and that's gonna be the trade. Right there, Kalnick's actually able to find the knock. Oh, before the nade pops off, Kalnick finds the knock. Harold takes the kill, and they do lose 1, but they have 8 kills so far. The Red Cannons players.
They've completely cleared out the north side of this circle.
Yes.
So even though they're only in the top 8 teams, the placement points are not amazing. That 8 points is going to be pushing them right up the leaderboard.
I gotta feel so bad for Adam. Kickstar's like, you can cross now, there's no one peeking. And then as soon as he crosses over, someone's peeking. Good headshot from Dream Rust. Oh, from Enelog, I mean, trying to stay put here.
Has he got the nade? Oh, no, he commits to the gunfight. And there's the return nade coming in. And I think that might be also right for Nalok.
I think Koba is
okay for
gonna
now.
go down because of it for sure.
But it is so low, so like at some point they're just going to push in. Yeah, they go for it. They can get the kill.
I like
The
that.
Tenure secures both. Secures the 3rd and 4th kill of the game for his team.
Yep, good push forward. Redemption do get eliminated. Now Kickstart's trying to hold off, kill Demo and Paplex. He needs to do a lot of damage, and he does get the knock on towards 1. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you, Kickstart. Can you also find Paplex? I think he let him cross to take the further back player. He shot a little bit at him just before, but wasn't really able to connect the whole lot. Now the new circle is going to pop, and I mean, Kickstart has quite a big chunk of it up towards his northern side, and of course hoping that it doesn't go far west, which it does not. He is perfectly set down here.
Yeah, and he grabs the kill, so securing some extra points there. And I'm looking at this now. Where does VZ go?
I was just going to say, VC is still alive. How did that happen?
I mean, he's done an incredible job to get to this far already, and they have a couple kills as well.
2 days ago, he was the Atlantic Beast. Now he's the Icelandic Ninja. Did you know they had ninjas in Iceland?
I did not, but I do now.
It's
There you
Ninja
go.
Vikings. It's the ones that doesn't scream quite as loud.
Well, they whisper as they charge at people. It's because their parents are sleeping next door. So
It's Thor,
Look
but
wild.
without a hammer. Like no big thunder and roaring. Just like... He had a pan instead. Soit Maid and Lambert have quite a crossing to make, and you can see as soon as those smokes are gone, they're miles out in the open. Harold spots him, and he pretty much just falls at the knees of Dream Rust, and well, that's a freebie.
yeah, this is about as easy a point as you're going to get. Dream Rush like that.
Just gets knocked around the corner. Oh, a knock player. Who would have thought? Thank you.
And now suddenly, it was a bit of a scary 2v2 for Dream Rush and the Tenure, and suddenly it's a really easy one as Lamplos just has to escape, has to go lie down. So they actually get the silos for free.
Oh, that's a good headshot.
He's in a rough spot here. He has to
He
find.
has to get to the building, essentially.
If he can get a knock onto Harold and force Kalnix to either commit to the 1v1 or to back off and get the res, then that's his way in. But he's actually just going to go for the smokes. He might make it because Kalnix has no utility.
He somehow needs to rely on them being forced by other teams. Oh, the nade just off, but does blow off the door. Should add some vision, but not going to happen. Kalnix with the barrel. Able to get the kill needed in order to secure the compound, at least for a little while longer. And, well, fortunately for them, they get to stay with 2 alive. And Kickstart up here, only 2 kills so far, but a top 5 guaranteed. And, well, I mean, there's only 2 squads left alive, so if they start fighting, or if any of them lose players, he's actually in a very, very good position to take this game home.
Yeah, you have to think Lamplot's not long for this world. He's pinned between the last 2 duos in the game, and at least one of them knows where he is. So as soon as Harold and Kalnix start looking towards the Tenure and Rust, eventually they're going to spot him. Eventually they're going to get the kill, and then there's the top 4.
I think you can hope that Stumper and Harold and Kalnick start fighting earlier. So, I mean, they kind of shoot over the top of Lambert, and then at some point, once either once one team is eliminated or once he knows one of the players are resin, then he can kind of peek out of nowhere and maybe not survive, but get a knock or a flush or something like that to secure some more points for himself. Because right now, Nintendo and Dream Rust, they need to push forward. And
I mean, push
where do you go? Yeah, do you try and hug the right side of the wall? But they know Kickstart is up. Then you will have the angle over the fence anyway, so you might just want to send it across somehow.
I think if I'm them, I'm trying to use my utility to get rid of Harold.
They had to get out of the factory.
Yeah, that's true. But if they have any smokes left and they can use them to cover up the vision for Harold and Kalnix, they can at least look for that point that they know is just in front of them. They know Lamplot's there, so they can clear that out. Maybe try and push onto Harold and Kalnix, and I mean, with that knock, they might be able to go on it.
That should be the move. That should be right now, right here. They have 3 smokes. None thrown so far. I think it's all Dreamrust alone have 3 smokes. Do they know that Lambalot is there, though? That's the question. Do they know that he is right on the wall? And I don't think they do. One is knocked. Wait, no one's knocked. Okay, he gets both of them. I was like, wait, what? He does find them both. And that right there for Lambalot is a massive, well, essentially a 3-point kill.
I mean, they knew he was there, though. I don't know.
Did they?
I mean, they killed him. They shot at him as he ran there. So they knew he had to be somewhere there. Yeah, because they did. I saw them shoot on the map.
Oh, the observer says no.
Observer, I believe you're wrong.
It's like
they were definitely shooting him.
It's
definitely.
like maybe they were shooting over his head over towards Harold and
I mean, I
Kelvin.
hope
They just looked at it on the kill feed too.
But still, like, they flushed the kill.
I mean, if they knew it was there, there's no way they would have played the way they did. Let's put it like that.
They should have known there was someone in the area because they flushed that kill onto Zoid. And they didn't see Zoid's teammate go down on the kill feed.
Yeah.
So even if they don't necessarily know he's there, I'm surprised that they didn't play it like there was someone nearby.
I think Paplix has an idea. There might be a player coming towards him.
A little hunch.
Like eyeing that smoke like, wait, just peek out of it. Just peek out of it. The thing is, he's literally on the edge of the blue.
And he's got 5 seconds before he has to move, basically.
Yes, exactly. And that smoke won't fade for another 10, I want to say. And he has to move right here, right now. Oh, he sees kickstart. No smokes available, no nothing. You cannot tank this blue. It's doing so damn much damage. Lambalot finds one more. That's another 2-point kill. He might not be able to make this crossing, but damn, has he secured a lot of points. And as I say that, there's no one looking his way.
Kalnix has somehow died to the blue, so suddenly we're in a 1v1v1. And Kickstart has the high ground. And as Star Wars says...
What is going on here?
I mean, somehow Kickstart's become the favorite to win this game.
I mean, I did expect him to be one of the favorites given his position, but the fact that Lambalot gets to cross, Kalnix and Harold, a team that I was expecting to will probably take this game home.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Kickstart was shooting Kalnix, and whether he just got stuck on something is he was trying to escape the bullets and just got knocked by the blue.
Died mid-vault, tried to vault through a window, something. I like the repositioning from Kickstart here. Really, really smart play by him. He must know that it's a 1v1v1 because he saw both Lambalot just get kills and he saw one die to blue. So he should know for a fact that there's still 3. And I think he expected Lambalot to push south around. Given the fact that he heard shots by the fence, he expects him to be down on that side. And that's why he wants to go off on this. He wants to do other 2 teams to fight first.
Did he see it?
No, he didn't. The timing. He just exactly didn't peek over the wall.
It was like an inch.
Yeah.
Would have given him the information. But Harold
heard him. He heard
exactly
him.
where he is. And this is where you want to be the last person to shoot. Because the last person to shoot is the one that gets the third party.
Most likely, yeah. And even if you don't get both the kills, you probably get yourself a win, which is quite a bit more. One gets spotted. Harold now caught in the open. 8 HP for him. That should be game over. Right then, it is Kickstart to take home the win. Only 3 kills, but a good crossing from them early on. They were out in those bunkers, made them run across. Essentially, Harold gave them the win. He was the one holding them off to begin with.
Yeah, but I spoke about how I think Harold knew that he couldn't hold it 1v2. And so it was either Kalnix goes to him, and they hold it as a duo, or they back off. They play from the compound, which was the better position at the time.
For sure.
And just that sort of, not necessarily a lucky shift, but the fact that it went away from the compound in that shift meant that it was really rough. And the fact that Kalnix went down to the blue, I'm not quite sure how it went down, but Harold losing his teammate suddenly puts it into a 1v1v1. I mean, if there were 2 there, I don't see a way they lose that.
No. I mean, it is one of those where you have to value. And as you said, they probably could have got the kills on towards Adam and Kickstart, but had that next circle then shifted north.
Yeah.
Then you kind of gave up the best position in that previous circle, right? So you got to take your chances, and unfortunately, it didn't really pay off for them. They would still get a 2nd place with quite a decent chunk of kills to it. So
I forgot this happened.
Not exactly a bad game. There was a lot of interesting kills this game.
Yeah, a lot of weird ones.
I wonder how many people got shot out of vehicles this game. I don't think we can have get a statistic on that, but just
or grenaded out of vehicles.
All these kills just to one big cluster all the way through. Interesting match for sure. It's rare these days that we get a guaranteed military game off of the first circle. They normally go a little up and down, but that one was very, very interesting.
I don't think we got to see that initial kill onto Stab.
Yeah.
But that was nasty. It literally just fires 2 bullets, hits head one time. Yeah,
exactly.
Straight down. It was absolutely
Sometimes you just get bested. I think Lampard kind of wanted to stop his spray before. Like, are they not dead yet?
I thought it was just like one guy.
It's like a muscle memory thing. Now I fired 5 bullets. He should be dead, and then he kind of stop and go over to the next target. But then he has to go over to the first target again to make sure that he actually got knocked there. Very, very, very second to last. Very interesting second to last game of the day. We do have one more game coming up in just a moment. But just before we go to the break here, who so far today that you've seen do you think has the best chances of delivering tomorrow?
I think WClick. They just look so good. Yes, they've only had 2 games where they really exploded. I mean, they've really done well. But we've seen them in other tournaments, like PGC, where they were nuts. They were absolutely insane at PGC. The only LATAM team to make it all the way. And we've seen today just what they can do when they make it to those late game circles. And I expect they're going to have more games like that tomorrow.
Also, we've got to keep in mind that it is WClick, the old Chapish that won Wingman last time. So, good chances for them to get themselves a top placement. But we do have one more game coming your way today, guys. We are going to take a short break before though. So 5 minutes, we'll be right back.